first rates are, well, the pre-open session is telling us that we could be in for a mild gap up start, and it is a mild gap up start. 13 points for the Nifty. We have opened above 6,300, which is not bad. Let's look at the Sensex, and what do we have there? 64 points for the Sensex. So, okay start. Can't read too much into the first rates as always, but let's look at individual stocks. Let's start with Apollo Tyres. That is the story, the biggest news maker, 5% up. Not a very bullish kind of a start for Apollo Tyres despite the news. Maybe this is because the stock already has seen a run up of about 30% from the recent low. Okay, now to the large cap stocks. So Ambuja Cement up 2%. At 184, ONGC 292, up 3 rupees, PNB 631, NMDC is at 143, and you got 13 rupees uptick for TCS. That's the percentage stack for you. Now the losers. Lupin flat 905, Ranbaxy at 452, HDFC Bank is at 665. That's 665, down 4 rupees. HDFC Bank has done nothing honestly in last 1 month per se, and SBI is at 1750. So the good old story continues, which is exporters are doing okay, financials are taking it easy, standalone banks are not going anywhere, NBFCs are off to a good start. Before I go to Tanvi, let's look at Apollo once again, and what do we have there? Honestly, I'm a bit surprised, or some would say traders are a bit disappointed, because everyone was hoping for a big uptick or a big news reaction, but that clearly is not there for that counter.
Oh yes, indeed. In fact, it's coming off from the opening highs out there. But just want to focus on Ruchi Soya from the broader markets. There is some talk about Nestle looking at buying the Nutrela brand. There's no confirmation. This is just some rumor in the market. There's some talk going around. But that stock is up a full 8% as we speak. 38 bucks coming in on Ruchi Soya. There's Gati, which is up about 8.5%. Trent, on the back of Tesco's FDI clearance coming in yesterday, that one is up quite active, almost 3.5% higher for that stock. Piramal Enterprises has moved up about 5.5%. We flagged that off earlier in the session as well. IL&FS Engineering doing well for itself in this morning's session. Bombay Dyeing, Shoppers Stop. There seems to be some sort of interest building in the retail names, so keep an eye out for those counters. Shoppers Stop, like I pointed out, there's some activity seen there. Neville Lignite. JN Irrigation is up about 3% in the session. Apollo Tyres, we've already spoken about that counter. Century Plywood also picking it up in trade. UB Holdings also looking active, up about almost 4.5-5% coming in there. On the losing end, you have a Gitanjali Gems, which is down about 2%. You also have Graphite India on the back of very low volumes. Prestige Estates, which is looking a bit weak. India Infoline, SKF India correcting a bit as well. These are some of the names which are stepping lower in the session. But the gainers, Ruchi Soya, Gati, Trent are the top ones to talk about from the market.